first date lovers under third world covers. It's been a real slow month, and I hope it picks up. Would you still smile if I was honest, if we didn't split that second photo? 'Cause I got a lot of love, got a lot of love to give. Oh, I need a lot of love, got a lot of love.
Family and friends, we are here today so that Fabricio and Julia may be joined together in marriage. They have asked you to be here in this occasion because they wish you to share with them the joy and happiness they feel in this wedding day. Please listen to these words about meaning of marriage. True marriage is a promise of hope between a man and woman who love each other, who trust that love, and who wish to share the future together. It enables two separate people to share their dreams and memories, to help each other through their uncertainties. Through this sharing, a couple strive to be a companion to each other. A good marriage enables such a trust, faithfulness, so that true feeling can be honestly expressed. Through their sharing, a good marriage enables such a trust and faithfulness so that true feeling can be honestly expressed. Failure may be accepted and forgiven each day because of the feeling of the spirit of love in their home. Their faith in each other will overcome every obstacle, and their importance of each other will grow as their trust for each other deepens. In marriage, husband and wife belong together, providing mutual encouragement and support. I will read a few words here. It was written about 2,000 years ago. It reads, "True love is slow to lose patience. It looks for ways of being constructive. It is not possessive. It is neither anxious to impress, nor does it cherish inflated ideas of its own importance. Love is a good manners and does not keep account of evil. It always eager to believe the best, always hopeful, always patient. It is a love that knows no limits to its endurance, no fading to its hope. It is in fact the one thing that remains standing when everything has fallen." So, Fabricio and Julia, I ask you now to affirm your friends and family here that you freely choose to combine yourself in marriage. Fabricio, do you agree to take this woman, Julia,
I do.
as your lifetime wife?
I
Will
do
you
as well.
promise to love and adore her today and always? Will you give her satisfaction in all her everyday needs? Will you always respect her as your loving wife? Will you always be covering for her ever? Will you promise to remain faithful in good times and also in bad times? Will you always keep her as God's command to you? Will you deny all women and cherish Julia alone in your life?
I do.
Julia,
Yes.
do you agree to take this man, Fabricio, as your lifetime husband? Will you promise to love and adore him today and always? Will you give him satisfaction in his everyday needs? Will you respect him as your loving husband? Will you always be covering for him ever? Will you promise to remain faithful in good times and also in bad times? Will you deny all men and cherish him alone in your life?
I will. Yes.
Thank you. You can share your vows now.
Okay.
We'll
You
start
probably
from
don't need
you.
this.
So, okay.
We'll start from Fabricio.
To my darling Julia, when I first met you, I knew in that moment my life would be changed forever. You have given me love and family, but also a future of belonging, where I know I will never be alone in this world again. You are the most amazing person I have ever met. You floor me with your beauty, your intelligence, your strength, and your softness. When I'm not right, you always know exactly what to do. A simple, delicate touch, a warm hug, a smile. You always know how to calm me, to make me feel good. You are my sunshine, you are my moonlight, you are my love. With this ring, I promise you my tenderness, undying devotion, and that you'll never have to face this world alone. I love and cherish you. You're my best friend, my dearest, and now finally, my beautiful wife.
Okay.
Julia?
I'll keep this.
Fabrizio, you are my love and my whole life. From the first day I met you, I knew that you were someone special. And from that day until now, you have never let me down. We have gone through good times and bad, shared great joys, heartaches, adventures, and disappointment. In all those times, you have been right next to me, gently encouraging me, comforting me, loving me, celebrating with me, and making me laugh, always at the most unexpected times. You have put me before yourself so many times and forgiven me when I've been thoughtless. You are generous and kind. You have given me the two greatest joys in my life, our children, Thomas and Francis. The three of you are my home, the place I belong. I love you and the life we've created together. In this beautiful place, in front of all of these special people, I promise you for our whole life to love you completely, unconditionally, no matter what, to be your loyal partner and friend, to always hold your hand and to care for you every day, to be there for you wholeheartedly, to celebrate your wins, be your cheerleader when you need encouragement, to commiserate when you need a friend and share in your happiness and joys, and to never forget how fortunate I was to find someone as incredible as you to share this wonderful life with.
Thank you. Still got your ring?
Yep.
Ring?
Hmm?
The ring?
The rings.
Rings.
That's your job. Taking it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So you can give it. That's for.
Other way,
Swap
yes.
these
I know.
around, hey?
I'll give you that.
Can
Thank
put
you.
it and repeat after me. Okay. Put it there. Go first. Hold it there. Hold it. Okay. Julia, look straight at me.
Yes.
Julia, as a sign of my love
Julia, as a sign of my love
that I'm choosing
that I'm choosing
to share my whole life
to save my whole life,
journey with you,
joining with you,
I give you this ring
I give you this ring
to represent
to represent
my promise to you now and forever.
my promise to you now and forever.
Julia. Fabricio,
Fabricio,
as a sign of my love
as a sign of my love
that I'm choosing
that I'm choosing
to share my whole life
to share my whole life
journey with you.
journey with you.
I give you this ring
I give you this ring
to represent
to represent
my promise to you
my promise to you
now and forever.
now and forever.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Hold your hand together. Hold your hand together. Okay. Hold your hand together.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, that's good. Fabricio and Julia, you have made this personal promise to each other, and the symbol of your words you have given and received a ring. It is therefore my privilege as church minister, appointed by God Almighty, also appointed under the law of Fiji, to pronounce you husband and wife. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. You may kiss.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
I've got your lipstick on my lips.
Yeah. Yeah. Sign?
Got a lot of love to give. Oh, I need a lot of love. I got a lot of love to give. Oh, I got a lot of love. I got a lot of love to give. Oh, I need a lot of love. I got a lot of love to give. Oh, I got a lot of love. Got a lot of love to give. Oh, I need a lot of love. Got a lot of love to give. Oh, I got a lot of love. Got a lot of love to give. I need a lot of love. Got a lot of love to give. Cause I got a lot of love to give. I need a lot of love.
Sound
Got
check
a lot of love to
two, sound check. All right, Bula, ladies and gentlemen. I'm on this side. Yeah. Just for the sake of the video, we thought it might be easier to have it from this point, and obviously for you guys to all see me. Hello. And obviously for the sake of the video, we will have to use the mic. If you'd like to come up as well for the lighting as well, yeah? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we'll start with the speeches. And as they say, a good speech is like a good miniskirt. Short enough to be interesting, but enough material to cover the important parts. Having said that, ladies and gentlemen, first to the mic, we have the father of the bride, John.
Can you all hear me? Good. Thanks a lot for pitching my opening joke. Thank goodness that I've got the nose. I had a good education, so I can read. But Jeffrey, could you pass me that light there, please? My eyesight isn't all that good these days. Okay. Well, I won't introduce myself because I've already been introduced, and I'm very grateful that you didn't all take the opportunity to go to the toilet. So thank you for that. It is a great pleasure for me to speak here as the father of the bride. So, and I'm sure you know you're very welcome here, but I'll formally welcome all of you here to come to share the important day, and thank you for your attendance. in particular, it gives me a great pleasure to have my grandchildren, Francis and Thomas, here to share the day. I'm sure it's a memory they'll remember all their lives. Having a wedding in such an idyllic location does present difficulties. So, and I know it's no small thing to travel overseas. For some of you, it's a regular occurrence, but speaking for myself, it's fraught with peril. But there are regrettably a lot of people who were unable to attend, which makes it even more special and appreciative for those of you who did take the trouble to come, and we thank you for that. In particular, we regret that Fab's much loved mother, Maria, and stepfather, Tony, who are no longer with us. They are a very sad omission. Organising a wedding is no simple task. I think you'll agree that it was a very, very spectacular wedding. I thought it would be nice. Had no idea how really great and moving an experience it would be. Julia and Fab have had a lot of help from a lot of people to organise this. Apart from me, of course, I did nothing. I just turned up. Okay. A lot of people who I know have helped. I'm not going to go through every one of them, but I would have to say that the Castaway Island Resort and the wedding organisers have done a magnificent job. And in particular, Julia and Fab's faithful lieutenants, Jane and Dom, have given them much needed support. So thank you to you two as well. Okay, now I suppose I'd better say something about Julia and Fab. Right, first Julia. Julia was my first child, and at the time she took up residence with me and her mother. I had no idea whatsoever how to bring up a child, but I'm pleased to say, despite my pitiful attempts at child rearing, she has grown to be a wonderful young woman, partner to Fab, and a mother. She's turn this thing. She's always had a firm idea of what she wants out of life and how to get it, and very single-mindedly, and she's done it in a very efficient manner. She's had more of a fair share of setbacks in her life, but she's always came up smelling of roses every time. She hasn't let anything hold her back. I promised myself I wasn't going to say any embarrassing stories, but I must share with you, as my fading memory can do, is that I'll just relate one thing. When Julie was working one stage, and she firm gave incentives for actual performance, and I believe at one stage they gave a very, it might have been but Julia had said, I believe, to And she did. And she did. If I've got it wrong, Julia, please don't remind me. Yeah. Julia's always had a kind, caring and compassionate nature. And it's not surprising that her career choices have reflected those sort of things in her life. Now, Fab. What can I say about Fab? Fab's the guy you just can't help liking. He's remarkably tolerant, kind, and considerate. He's been an amazingly supportive partner for Julia, and he hasn't annoyed me very much at all. He's been a great father to their two lovely children. Together, they've shown that over the past 10 years that they've a good, loving and cooperative relationship and have achieved much together. And that's about all I can think of to say about Fab. All right. Okay, one of the skills of public speaking isn't to know when to shut up, and that time's come right now. Just in a minute. I'm not having you. I'm the centre of attention here, son. Don't take all my sunshine. Okay, but so right now, in conclusion, to your great relief, I'm going to ask you to raise your glasses and here's to Julia and to Fab. May the sun always shine upon them. Yeah.
My daddy's name is called Papa.
Thank you, John. Ladies and gentlemen, next up, please welcome the best man, Dominic.
Hold up, yeah. Check 1, 2, check. It's all under control. Okay, look, it's fair to say that I've been waiting for this day for a very long time. It was 24 years ago, we're talking about it today, that Fubs was my best man. And it is a real honour to be able to do this for you and to be here today and to be selected as being part of the party. So thanks very much, Julia and Fubs, for that. Of course, there are a lot of stories that I can share, and one story that comes up is, you know, our trip to Kentucky, and you can imagine a lot went on. But what I hold dear, actually, in that time that we travelled together is that Fubs and I had made a commitment that we would go to each other's hometowns and spend time with the family. And there's a bit of a background story that Fubs had lost his dad at a very young age, and his parents had come to Australia. Fubs was an infant and had settled here, but unfortunately his dad had passed away in a short time thereafter. And 20 or so years later, we travelled back to his hometown. And I remember arriving, you know, in the car and, you know, greeted by his family. And Fubs was like the prodigal son, you know, making the return. And I just loved it. Like, you know, his family was just so warm and accommodating, and they were all over Fubs, touching his cheeks and touching his hair when he had hair, and just framing his face. And that time for me was really special because I acted as a translator for Fubs at the time. I was just happened to have, you know, stronger Italian speaking skills and interpreted quite a bit. But it was a real thrill to be part of that. But that particular evening, his aunt disappeared and then came back into the room and presented a picture of what was her brother, Fubs's father, in military uniform at age 18, and presented it to Fubs, and it was the exact split image of Fubs, right? And I couldn't believe it myself. I think I was actually brought to tears and went, this is just amazing. And then later in the evening, I remember Fubs coming up to me and saying, oh my God, if this is kept up, I've got to leave. Because we had a conversation today by the pool that, he doesn't like the limelight, right? But the case is that in that moment, you're in the limelight, and tonight you're in the limelight. I know it's uncomfortable for you, but you're deserving of that. But certainly that holds a very special place in my heart, right? So yeah, there are stories I can tell you about Kentucky, and you'll need to ask Fubs about the plastic party and what he dressed up as, and he'll show you the photos. You don't burn the photos. So Julia, I can tell you, rest assured, that I've done all background checks. And what I can tell you is that, Fubs's family is a warm family. They're good people, they're humble people. And I can say, he is a brother from another mother, right? I've very much felt that, in the whole time that we've been friends. So I know you've done your own road tests, but certainly, the case is that I can endorse that, you've found a great partner, right? He's always been a great friend to me, and I'll honour that forever. And do forgive the 2 or 3 hour phone calls from Sydney that occasionally happen. Yeah. But as I said, it's a real honour. And look, from the deepest of my realms of my heart, I really wish you all the very best, and know that you'll always have my support and that of my family as really as an extension. The good thing about friends is that, you make a choice when you have friends, and you'll be forever a part of our lives. So thank you, and I wish you well.
La 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 la.
Thank you, Dominic. Ladies and gentlemen, next up, please welcome the groom himself, Fabricio.
Hold it here. Can you hear me? Yeah? All right. Sorry, I'm going to be reading my speech. Do you want it?
Yeah.
Yes. Firstly, I want to thank everyone for coming. When Julie and I started planning this, we knew it was a big ask. Financially, time-wise, we knew it was a lot to ask people to come to Fiji to spend the week with us. I actually thought no one would come, and it would just be the 4 of us. So I'm amazed that and grateful that so many of you could make it. So on behalf of Julie and I'd like to thank you. Oh, you're here too.
Thank you.
That's lovely. And we're really touched you could be here with us on this special day. I also want to say a special thank you to Pauline and John. Pauline, where's Pauline? There she is. And John. Before I do that, I just want to say how good they look tonight, I think. Yeah, a big round of applause to Pauline and John, especially John's shirt, which I think is really special and great. Thank you.
Which looks very good.
But I want to just say thank you to you both for being so welcoming to your family. I've always felt like I'm son-in-law number 1. Pauline jokingly called me son-in-law number 1 because I'm the only son-in-law that she has. But seriously, you guys have always made me feel like your son. And I love, and with your love and generosity, and I always appreciate that. So thank you very much. Okay, I also want to make a special mention to those family members that are no longer with us tonight, and we wish were here. There's my mum and my dad, and Tony, and Ian, and of course Doreen and Lainey as well. I'm sure, like us, they're all together, and they're probably having a drink for us, and they're probably saying it's about bloody time you guys got married. But I'm sure they're very proud of us and the family that we've created. I also want to say a special thank you to the bridal party. Firstly, the maid of honour, Jane, who also looks lovely tonight. Round of applause for Jane, please. Yeah. Jane, you've always been a wonderful support for us. Ever since the beginning, we've always, whenever we needed help, you've always been the first one there to put up your hand. You've been amazing for us, and we both thank you very much for being here today and for everything. And to Dominic, after that speech, I don't know. Dominic and I have known one another since we were about 13 years old. So about 40 years, which is shocking and depressing at the same time, because it would mean that I'm over 50 years old, which is also shocking and depressing. But you've always been a great friend. My relatives and other friends couldn't make it for various reasons, which I completely understand, and I'm fine with. But I'm okay. But Dominic has always said he would come. He sacrificed a lot to be here, to be the representative for my side of the family, and he's like a brother to me. And he changed his plans and did so much to be here, more than other people know. I know he wanted to be here for me because he's such a good friend, and I really appreciate it. So thank you, Dominic. Now to my wife, Julia, my wife, who also looks amazing tonight, I have to say. Round of applause. Beautiful dress. Beautiful dress. I first met this girl called Julia when I saw her photo on the online dating app RSVP, because that's how we met. Really classy, and she was different to the other girls on the app. Firstly, she was the prettiest girl that I ever saw, with a beautiful smile like she does today. Also, there was no photo of her with any cats or teddy bears or stuffed toys, sorry, which was a plus. Some of the girls online can be a bit scary, and Julia was the complete opposite. She was lovely. And I did not know what this lovely girl would want to do with me. So I was a bit surprised when she said yes to a date. So on a hot summer's day, we decided to meet at a cafe on Chapel Street, if you remember, in Melbourne. I don't remember everything about that day, but I do remember it was the perfect day. We talked about everything, and we laughed, and we talked about past relationships gone bad and terrible dates, and I talked about the strange women I came across, and she talked about the weird guys she dated, and I think we realised that this was not going to be one of those dates, and we would meet again. By the end of the date, when we both had to go, she did something that I'll never forget. We were standing about to go, laughing about something, I can't remember what, but she then gently touched my arm, and it was gentle and it was natural. But to a guy like me, it was unusual. My dates normally don't touch me, so inside I was quietly freaking out. So, but then I realized she was thinking the same thing I was thinking. When she touched my arm, she was saying to me that she did not want me to leave. It was, sorry, it was like she was saying to me, don't go. She wanted me to say, continue this perfect day. And I wanted to stay too. But I had to go for some reason. So I left and went home. But I couldn't stay away for long. And boy, am I glad I did. When I ask myself, what do I love about Julia? All I can say is everything and everything. Your smile, of course. And then there's your sense of humor. Julia likes to tell me how funny she is. Like she's begging me to find her funny, which I actually do find funny. But the thing I admire the most about Julia is her strength. She went from someone whose life was turned around, or turned upside down by an injury, to rebuilding her life and her career. She never gives up. Even when I wish she would give up, she won't. You never hear her complain about any pains or anything, even when I would be whinging like a baby. And often, I'm often a cross between being in awe of you and being embarrassed for myself. And you have such an energy and a curiosity for life and for people. You're always reading and learning about something new, and people gravitate towards you, and you just they're so comfortable with you. Sometimes I can only stand back and watch the effect you have on people, and so proud that you're mine. You make me want to do better and be better, and you've changed my life forever. I love our conversations. In our time together, we've talked about the difficulties we've had in our lives. We've both been single for a long time. And we've talked about past relationships and people that have hurt us, and what it's like to be on your own and to feel really alone. But in the last 10 years, I've finally felt the sense of belonging, that I belong with you and that you belong with me. So like that hot summer's day 10 years ago, I will always want to stay with you. I'll never leave you alone again. And we'll always be together at our little cafe on Chapel Street. I'm not supposed to cry. You're supposed-
What a lovely speech. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the speeches for this evening, and we're going to go straight into cutting the cake. So ladies and gentlemen, if you'd like to come and take a picture, please do feel free.
L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. V is very, very extraordinary.
dance floor. Not the single ladies, all the ladies. Catch this bouquet and you get lucky tonight. We're doing it the island style. You catch the bouquet, you get lucky.
Yes, you are. You are a lady.
Used to spend my nights out in a bar room. Liquor was the only love that I'd ever known. But see, you rescued me from reaching toward the bottom. Brought me back from being too far.